So what I'm working on today is what I'm working on. I work on the same stuff all the time. What am I talking about? I decided for whatever reason, and we'll see how this goes if I even make it, but I'm gonna try to do the 100 comics in 100 days challenge. Um, I'm gonna try to make the whole 100 days. I'm gonna try and have a video posted each day. I don't know if I will or not. Um, but that is my immediate goal, to actually make sure I get a drawing colored and or drawn and colored every day. I don't even know when that's supposed to. What's 100 days from now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. I could have literally just counted 31 days there. 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, 6, 4, 7, 8, 9, 50, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. October 8th. Why didn't I just add up each day? And anyways, October 8th is when I would be done with the challenge. This immediately rules out me doing Inktober this year. I'm more than okay with that, but I haven't fully enjoyed Inktober like I used to for at least the last, I want to say, 2 years or so. But this is a nice new exciting challenge. Like, I want to see how I can make it with this one. Though I will have an immediate problem in the near future. As a matter of fact, I should have a problem within the next 2 weeks. For starters, a lot of my actual comic is gonna get spoiled with me doing this, because even the page that I'm working on now won't actually be seen by any of you guys if you follow my comic. If not, links in the description. Please check it out and subscribe to Webtoons, please, or Tapas, depending on where you want to read it at. Or if you would like, you could also buy a physical print of my comics. That would also be awesome. Enough of me trying to sell stuff. If you follow my comic, this current page that you're looking at probably wouldn't even be uploaded until September. I want to say the end of September. I have a pretty insane buffer right now. But this is also towards the end of the current chapter that I'm working on. I don't know why I can't talk right now. And because this is at the end of the chapter, there's going to be a day where I'm going to have to storyboard chapter 5 and still get that day's page completed. And the manner in which I normally like storyboarding is I storyboard my entire chapter and then I start working on pages. But if I'm doing this challenge, obviously I can't do that, at least if I'm going to get a page done. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah, this is going to be a journey. This is going to be a journey, but I'm looking forward to it. And I want to see how much of my comic, or at least a single chapter, I can get done in this span of time just by doing a page every day. Even though I probably might not look at, as mundane as I just said that, but I actually am excited about it. It's also weird too that I'm almost fit, and I may have said this on my live stream the other day, but it still bears mentioning. It's kind of a big deal to me that I'm nearing the end of chapter 4, because I've been working on webcomics for like 6 years now. Just about. Well, no. I technically started working on this in 2012, so it's almost been a decade, but I haven't actually been publishing webcomics until the last 6 years. So in all of this time, I've never actually gotten a comic worked on past chapter 4. I think I got to chapter 4 of Brainbuster and I finished that and I quit. And I got to chapter 4 of Shadow Assassins, and that's when I got burnt out and I stopped. I'm at chapter 4 with Uppercut, and I'm excited to work on chapter 5, which is a good thing. Normally, I'd be completely burnt out and actually dreading. I would have hated to seen what I looked like if I had been live streaming back then working on those pages, because I was done at that point. But I'm actually looking forward to working on chapter 5. I like working on this comic in general anyways. I mean, like, look at this last page. Somebody's getting hit in the head with an arcade stick. Who does that? This is the kind of stupid stuff that I have in my comic. So, and felt like when I started working on Infinite Uppercut that I'd enjoy it more if things that I liked and things that made me laugh, all the stupid stuff that's in my comic, it makes me laugh so much. And I figure if it makes me laugh and I get a kick out of it, it'll make it easier to work on. So I won't be getting burnt out or I won't be ready to quit. I mean, there's still days when it's like I absolutely, it'll take an act of God to get me to actually enjoy drawing. It's just such a painful experience drawing because you just don't feel like doing it. But those are rare working on this comic as opposed to how often it happened working on Shadow Assassins or Brainbuster. So working on this isn't nowhere near as bad. And it's like the things that I love being, I have an odd sense of humor to begin with, but then I'm a big fan of Kung Fu movies and martial arts movies. And more specifically, I'm a big fighting game fan. The games themselves and the stories of the games. Yes, I'm that guy that's actually a fan of the stories of fighting games. And I use the term story loosely. Yeah, this comic has a bit of all of that and all of the things that I love. So it makes it a lot more enjoyable of an experience to work on. And this actual part of working on the comic is pretty simple, just blocking in base colors. And this particular page, I'm sort of lucking out right now because this character with the glasses, whose name is Jupiter, he's wearing glasses, so I don't have to really worry about eyes and the extra detail there. Nor do I have to do that for Barry the Robot. Wow, I just spoiled a detail of my comic. It is what it is. Yeah, dummy, why don't you just tell them everything that's going on in your story before it actually happens? But yeah, there's not too much extra facials or anything like that that I need to worry about while working on these panels, just because of the characters that I'm drawing. So I sort of lucked out for day one. It's also just occurred to me that I could be doing this challenge wrong, by the way. I'll be honest, I saw a post on Instagram about the 100 comics in 100 days challenge. And I knew it was a thing before, but I saw a post on Instagram and then I was listening to a YouTube video. I can't even remember the creator's name. I never remember the names of anything. But I was listening to a woman who makes webcomics who talked about how she did this challenge or how she had just finished it. And this is a months old video, so I don't even know when she actually started. And I don't know if this challenge has a particular time of year you're supposed to be doing it, but doesn't really matter to me. I just want to actually try it and see if I can work at a pace of 100 days. I'm actually kind of proud. In the last year, I've got like 2 chapters done within the last year, give or take. There's so much crap going on in the background. But it's like I got a couple chapters done while the world has pretty much been on lockdown for the last year. So very curious to see if I can pull off doing 100 pages over the next 3 months or somewhere around there. Should be very interesting. Got a very strange text message. What just happened? Did I miss something? Why did I not color? Oh, I just colored it wrong. Okay. That doesn't help, but alright. Anyways, what I was going to say, since I'm doing this challenge, once I reach the end, I honestly need to think about how I'm going to celebrate. Maybe that's very presumptuous of me. I gotta do something nice for myself if I actually make this to the end. I also can't begin to explain how nice it is to not have to worry about a buffer. Not have to worry about a buffer for my webcomic. I actually panicked a few weeks ago because my buffer was at I want to say it was 4 months and some change. And I looked and I was approaching 3 months ahead that my buffer was at. It started to make me really nervous, but I'm back on pace to where I should be at. So And especially since I'm still working in motion and I'm still working on pages ahead of time, I'll sort of always be ahead of my buffer, even as life happens, and it certainly will. It already has, but like I still don't have to worry about grinding to hit those deadlines every single week. Sort of makes this process easier. So me even doing the 100 days challenge is more comfortable for me because I can just relax and just make the comic and not have to panic and worry about, oh, I gotta get something uploaded today. It's like, can chill some. I honestly don't miss that either. That uploading every single week, or not uploading every single week, there's nothing wrong with that. Having to work on a page every single week and get it uploaded. Man, and talking about working on my comic week to week and having to get pages completed week to week, otherwise I wouldn't have an update. I can remember not having a page finished, and in my actual job I would have to go to work in the evenings, so I wouldn't have any pages done, and I'd go to work and come home at like 9 o'clock at night and have to immediately start drawing to get something uploaded, just to say I got something done that day and upload it for the people who read my comic. Now that I think about it out loud, that lack of planning may have been one of the biggest reasons why I got burnt out with my other comics. Also, by the way, I don't know why I didn't start doing this before. Oh, never mind. I know why. My old computer couldn't handle doing this, but man, doing videos like this where I'm actually to show myself working and record this way and doing live streams and stuff like that, it makes working on the comic so much more easier. So much more easier. I know that's not a grammatically correct statement. Full disclosure, I don't write my comic like that. I actually just thought about it. Would it be wise for me to... What the hell? Would it be wise for me to start thumbnailing and storyboarding my next chapter now, so that I don't have to worry about this when I need to be getting comics done a certain day and I having to be getting all of it done at the same time? Or I could just storyboard each day, or almost make getting the pages done more organic that way. It's absolutely not how I've done chapter 4 at all. God, and this means I'll have to work on the cover too. A lot to think about. Maybe I should have planned this out more before just hopping right into this. Now, full disclosure, there are certain pieces of dialogue that I actually try to at least not fully display while I'm working on some of these pages. Like I said, I'm already way ahead of schedule. There's at least certain stuff that I don't want to spoil, so I'll do text details like onomatopoeia and stuff like that that I need to add to the comic. But I think full dialogue and text, I'm actually not going to show myself doing that. It's a shame I have to think like this. Would I get a copyright strike or a copyright claim for humming Borog's theme song? There's no way YouTube will go through that much trouble with it. Now that I think about it, YouTube wouldn't, but Capcom definitely would. Okay. So, like I said, I'm leaving the text off, but, or at least for the purposes of this video, I'm leaving the text off. So, day 1, I'm done. Don't know why I'm holding my hands up. Whatever, I'm cutting this video off.